Well, it's 27th of June. Just arrived in Corfu. Arrived at the airport about an hour ago. Got a taxi here and it's chuffing hot. But I came on a bit of a whirlwind trip to do a bit of maintenance. I've got a big list of stuff I started to compose when I was on the plane on the way here, and I just didn't think I was going to get all this done before we set off at the beginning of July, so I just thought I'd come out for a couple of days to try and sort out some of these bits. On the list there's a gas strut that's given out in one of the back lockers, which I've got a replacement for. The tap in the galley started spurting water out the back when I was on with Leslie, and so I've got a replacement tap for that. I hope I've got the right connectors for it, but we'll see. I've got a new pressure sensor unit for the desalinator, which I've got to fit and then check that works. Repaired the VHF handset, so I'm going to see if that charges up okay. I've got some stuff to clean the teak decks, but I think I'll do that when I come back. I've got a couple of days before Michelle and Denis come on board. I've got a lee cloth to fit for the Atlantic crossing in the saloon here, so that it sort of holds you in the berth in the saloon. I've got to clean the bilges where they were leaking in the engine. I bust the table when I pulled it up last time I was here, so I've got to fix the table. I've got to check the flare configurations for the safety requirements on the Ark. I've got some new stainless steel poppers for the curtains there because some of them were broken, so I've got to fix those. I've got a new tyre and inner tubes for the Brompton because it's got a flat tyre. I keep having to pump it up to keep it going, so I need to service that. I think I've got a leak in the shower on the transom. Just a bit of water in there last time I was here, so I need to check that. I brought loads of folders with me, little plastic wallets, to try and organise the manuals a bit better because they're a bit shambolic. And then I've also brought with me some labels to label up the life buoy and the sling with the boat's name, which again is another requirement for the Ark. So yeah, quite a few things to do, and I also need to check over the generator and fill in the documentation to register the generator, because the guys in Italy, guess what, never registered the generator, so Fisher Panda have no idea that I even exist. So yeah, there's quite a few things on that list. I'm sure I'll find a few more when I get going. It's also got some guys on board who are doing a little bit of work for me. They're fitting a tricolour light on the top of the mast, which again is another requirement for the Ark, as well as navigation lights. You need to have a tricolour on the head of the mast. And I've also had a guy who's been on board the last couple of days trying to look at the motors for the thrusters, which don't seem like they're in very good condition at all. There's an ongoing saga with that, and the Seas thruster that I've got at the stern, it looks like the easiest option is going to do a like-for-like replacement and put a new unit in there, which is about £6,000, which is a bit painful. But I think it gets a 2-year warranty. They don't know what's wrong with it. I could mess around with all the bits, swapping in bits, swapping out bits, and still wouldn't be any better off. The guy said the motor didn't seem in very good nick, and that's one of the most expensive components. So it just seemed like the safest thing to do. There's a 4-week delay on it. So I'm trying to arrange to have it delivered to Alcadez next to Gibraltar in Spain, so that when I get there at the end of August I can arrange to have it fitted before I go to the Canaries. So as always with boats, there is an ongoing saga with maintenance, and it seems to be, this year it seems to be the gift that keeps giving, but maybe I've neglected it for a couple of years and it's coming home to roost. So I certainly taken the decision this year that I'm going to get a lot more hands-on in trying to maintain some of this stuff, because some of the people I've had involved haven't been particularly trustworthy and haven't done a great job. and it's just a pain chasing people down. So I'm going to take more of a hands-on approach to it in the future. So yeah, that's my job for the next couple of days. I am going to try and make a start on the tap this evening. Need to empty the tanks a bit, and then presumably if the water pressure, the water pump is off, then I should be able to do it without any problems. But yeah, I'll have a go, and I might try and potentially film some of that. So yeah, see how we get on. So here's the tap dilemma. You see when I switch this on, you get water leaking out the back, out of this joint here. In fact, it's not actually as bad as it was, because it was squirting right out the back. But yeah, it's still weeping out the back of the tap there. So this is my kit that I bought in the UK, which is the replacement tap, and I think I've bought most of the bits. I'm hoping that it's a similar size. It looks, broadly speaking, about the size. I did measure it. It actually looks slightly wider around here, but I'm not sure if that is going to make any difference in terms of the flow pressure. But I think the only thing we can do is get it fitted and then have a look and we get on. So let's get cracking. Yeah, so the saga of the tap continues. Despite bringing two sets of these tails, one that came with a tap and, wait for it, another one that I bought to bring, they're both the wrong size. So after a lot of struggling, I managed to get the old tails off the old tap, and I've swapped around the O-rings from the new tails to the new tails. Hopefully that will give me a better seal. And I'm going to try and attach these tails to the new tap and see what that does for me. So yeah, let's give it a go. So there's the finished article, which I'm pretty pleased with. Seems to work fairly well, doesn't leak at the back. And yeah, it's a bit of a struggle to get all these pipes in the right place underneath, but I've checked them all and I don't think any of them are leaking. Not there and not up there as well. So yeah, pleased with that, and I think we'll call it a night at that. So yeah, good result. The pressure on was tapped right as well, so good. Yeah, so after the couple of days of maintenance I had in the end of June, I went home. I came back again at the beginning of July, and I had a couple of days before the frogs arrived, so made use of cleaning the teak decks, teak cleaner, and then finished it off with teak brightener to lighten up the colour, but it looked pretty smart when it'd all been finished. Well, it's 3 o'clock. Crew's arriving in about 9 hours. I think they should get here about midnight, and the place looks like an absolute bomb site. As you can see, I've done quite a lot of jobs over the last sort of day and a half. Cleaned the decks, used teak cleaner on them, and then used teak brightener on them. I've cleaned all the fiberglass gel around the cabin, fixed a few bits and pieces, and I'm just currently doing an inventory of all my spare parts so I can make a list of all those and stash them all away. So this is the before picture. When I've finished, I'll do it after. So here we are, a few hours later, a miraculous transformation. So we're all ready for the frogs to arrive, and yeah, cleaned up down here, and I've even made their beds for them. They're lucky so-and-sos. So yeah, they're all ready, and yeah, I think we're ready to go on Monday. So yeah, the frogs arrived last night, so I've now got a crew. Michelle and Denis arrived about midnight last night, and just been told that they've found a motor for our bow thruster, which is a bit of a relief, but they've had to order it from Athens, so hopefully it should arrive tomorrow by 10 o'clock, and the guys promised to fit it as soon as it comes. So we've delayed our departure from by a day. Just get a bit sort of itchy when I'm ready to go, so I feel like I'm ready to leave now, but anyway, it was worth staying the extra day to get that fitted. So my job this afternoon is programming these MOB1s. These little gadgets fit inside the life jackets, and if you fall overboard, they automatically deploy a AAS signal, which links up to the navigation instrument, so you can easily find the person that's gone over. So they're a bit of a struggle to program, but I think I've managed to program them, and basically what you can do is they will also link up and send out a DSC signal as well. So I think if I try and test this, it flashes a little bit, and then when it goes like that, and then that, in theory, great, anyway, things coming when plans come together. This is a grotty job that we're doing, which is replacing these hatches here. One of them was cracked, so just about to glue it on. So this is my brand new bow thruster motor, which arrived from Athens this morning. The guys have just finished fitting it, and just checked it out, so it works fine. So at least to have a bow thruster. That was €2,500 later, and still got to do the stern thruster, still got to sort those out, so probably in for at least the same again. But good news is it's working, and just tidying up the front locker, and then we're going to pull away and get on our way. So here we are, leaving Corfu. And look at Michelle is just waving at the girls in the boat next door. So yeah, you're getting very excited about that, but we're just going to get some fuel because there's a little bit of wind, but not very much, and we're thinking we might be doing a lot of motoring. So yeah, we're doing a bit of work here as well. So yeah, goodbye Corfu. So we have a nice sail around the northern end of Corfu, and behind us you can see Albania, and about 15 knots of wind, so we're going along about 5.5 knots. It's quite concerning. Sea's pretty calm, and we've got a great view. So we've got about, looking at the chart, about 180 miles to the toe of Italy, which is where we're heading to. So that should take us probably overnight tonight, all of tomorrow, and then we should arrive probably late in the evening, around about sort of 10, 11 o'clock. Following night, we're probably in darkness, so we might just carry on and go around the toe of Italy to head up through the Straits of Messina. Following day, we'll see. So yeah, beautiful day, and it's great to be out at sea again. So it's 4 o'clock in the morning, just about the end of my watch, very uneventful night with a bit of traffic, but not much shipping around. Very little wind, so we've been sort of motoring along. See, there's a few ships on the AAS there with a sort of solid blob, and a couple of ships, but yeah, not very much really, so very uneventful. We've got 120 miles to go to Messina, which is on the toe of Italy, which means we should arrive there about midnight today, which I think it's unlikely we'll stop there. We just punch on around the toe and up to the Straits of Messina. This is our surprise of the morning. Got that? Hein?
Ouais, le problème c'est que ça fout du sang. Hein.
Bah tu mets de là.
Ah ouais. Oh le salaud est pas mort. Il faut arriver là. Ouais, ou toi ou moi, mais je sais pas.
That is not bad.
Faut le tuer maintenant.
On le fait comment? On le fait comment? Hein?
Il faut aller chercher. Il est où? T'as un gros couteau pour le tuer? Ou alors on essaye de gin.
Voilà. On fait quoi alors? So here we are, just chopping him up. It's going to be lunch. That's a little bonito.
Il est mis où le gros?
Not sure if this is how a fishmonger would do it, but huh? Yeah, look at that, nice slices.
Là c'est un peu gros quand même.
Bah, on peut le couper encore.
Tu prends un morceau, enfin un carpaccio.
Il y a des arrêts, non?
Ouais. Il n'y a pas trop le thon. Il y en a, mais. Moi, qu'on garde ça comme si on garde tout ça, ça suffit. Hein.
Ah bah oui.
C'est chiant à garder ça.
Ça fait en fortune, ça.
Oh, c'est 40 € le kilo en France. Je sais pas combien c'est. Hein.
C'est pas bien avec ça. Voilà, ça coupe bien, non?
Ouais, celui-là, il coupe. Ouais.
Il n'y a pas une lime là, tu veux, je te le dis.
So we're going to have lots of fish going across the Atlantic, huh?
On essaye de les faire moins grosses parce que ça va jamais cuire ça.
So we're going to freeze it. On met au congèle là.
Ouais. Oh, tu sais que ça bouge encore?
Les nerfs.
Ouais.
Parce que là,
Still moving.
là s'il a conduit vers là.
Right, what a drama. Certainly woke us all up. Look at that. That is
Seafood. Natural.
C2 plate in 5 hours.
Ah, yeah.
5 heures.
More.
Look at that.
7,
Hey.
5.
That is pretty impressive.
Attends, laisse-moi rentrer le ventre.
Je te vois ça, Madeleine. Look at that, that's pretty impressive. There we are. This is the southern tip of Italy, going into the Straits of Messina, just around the corner. Been at sea 2 days, so bit of a growth going on. Need to have a shower, have a shave, and a bit of a tidy up. But yeah, we haven't stopped since we left Corfu. We're going to go up through the Straits. The tide turns about midday, so we're going to get around the corner, punch on up the top, and hopefully ride the tide out of the top of the Straits. We need to call up the authorities in the Straits of Messina just to get permission to go through, and yes, we'll do that. And yeah, we're going to anchor probably at the just on the other side of the Straits to have a bit of R&R, well deserved. So, and I think we're also going to stop for some fuel. We've done a lot of motoring. There was not much wind on the way over, so we've most of the way. So yeah, we used quite a lot of fuel, so we've got the opportunity to stop in the Straits and just top up with fuel, because it's difficult to know next time we'll get that opportunity. So yeah, then we'll call up the authorities in the Straits of Messina and see if we can go through. Messina VTS, this is Mojo. We are just at Punta del Palero, requesting to proceed northbound on the inshore traffic zone. Over.
Moyo, your last port and your destination.
Where were we last port?
On
Italy. No. Where was the last port?
Oui, le dernier port.
No, c'était Corfu.
Oui, Corfu, oui.
The last port was Guvia Marina in Corfu, and destination is Palermo. Over.
Passenger and crew member.
2 crew members and a skipper. Over.
0 guest and 202 crew member.
Affirmative. Over.
Okay, sir, thank you for combination. Stand by Charlie 10 for the destination space. Charlie 10 stand by.
Okay, stand by channel 0. Out. Here we are on the Straits of Messina, and this is one of the famous sword fishing boats. You can see the chaps up at the top there. They're on the lookout for swordfish, and then they've got this massive extension, which is like a massive great big ladder that goes out in front of the boat, which is to harpoon the swordfish when they find them. That is a crazy sport and a half, and these guys charge all over the Straits, so you need to get out of their way when they come towards you, because they have no respect at all. But interesting to see. Sicily over there, and Italy over this side here, quite close to shore, keeping out of the way of the main shipping lanes. There's a few ships coming through the Straits over there, so yeah, it's a beautiful day. And there he is, it's the nutcase. Well, this is our anchorage that we've had overnight. It's a really pretty little spot on the north coast, a little bit of finger that sticks out on the north coast of Sicily. Welcome rest after a couple of days at sea, so we had a bit of R&R yesterday afternoon. It's a beautiful place to swim, and the water is super clear, and you can actually see down in the water, you can see our anchor. It's a new anchor. Now it's really well bedded in there, and the chain on the ground. We're about 5 metres of water here. It was a difficult place to anchor because there's lots of sort of rocks around, and you have to search for the patches of sand to anchor. But it was a really calm night. So yeah, beautiful. You see the mountains of Sicily stretching up there. The sun is just coming up, and we're about to leave the anchorage to move along to Corfu, which is actually a place where we stayed. I think it was last year or the year before. Anyway, I've been to Corfu before. So it's about 55 miles along the coast. It'll take us about quite a long haul really. It takes us about probably 9 hours, I think. So yeah, just about to leave.